February 16, 1249. In the Nile Delta of Egypt, Crusader armies advancing from the Mediterranean reached the fortified city of Mansurah. They believed victory was close. Instead, they walked into one of the most dangerous urban battles of the Crusades. On one side stood the forces of King Louis IX of France, leading the Seventh Crusade. On the other were the armies of the Ayyubid Sultanate of Egypt, soon to be dominated by elite slave soldiers known as the Mamluks. The battlefield. Mansurah sat amid canals, branches of the Nile, and marshland. Movement was restricted. Heavy cavalry, the Crusaders' greatest strength, could not maneuver freely. Bridges and narrow causeways became choke points. Whoever controlled crossings controlled the battle. The surprise crossing. Crusader forces discovered a ford across a canal north of the city. A vanguard of knights crossed first, led by the king's brother, Robert I of Artois. What followed was a fatal decision. Instead of waiting for the full army, Robert ordered an immediate charge toward the city. The Crusaders burst into Mansurah before Egyptian forces could fully organize. At first, the attack succeeded. Enemy camps were overrun. Confusion spread through the streets. It looked like a breakthrough. Urban warfare. But inside the city, the advantage shifted. Narrow streets neutralized heavy cavalry. Horses struggled to turn. Formations broke apart. Mamluk commanders rallied their troops, including a rising officer named Baibars. He would later become one of the most formidable rulers of the medieval Middle East. Egyptian forces closed the gates behind the Crusaders. The attackers were trapped. Fighting devolved into brutal close combat. Swords, axes, spears, fighting from rooftops. One by one, Crusader units were overwhelmed. Robert of Artois was killed. Few escaped. The wider battle. Outside the city, the rest of Louis IX's army struggled to cross the canal under constant attack. Arrows and artillery fire rained down. Disease spread in the swampy environment. Supply lines failed. The Crusader advance stalled completely. Months later, the entire expedition collapsed. Louis IX himself would be captured and ransomed. Why Mansurah matters. The battle demonstrated the vulnerability of heavily armored European knights when removed from open terrain. It also marked the emergence of the Mamluks as a dominant military force in Egypt. Within a decade, they would overthrow their rulers and establish a new sultanate that would defeat future crusades and halt Mongol expansion in the region. Mansurah was not just a defeat. It was the turning point that ended large-scale crusader offensives in Egypt. February 16, 1249. A city of canals. A reckless charge. An army trapped where cavalry could not save it.